let's talk authenticity for a moment. I don't know about you, but that word floats around in my world all the time. What the heck is authenticity? How do I get more of it? How do I be authentically myself in situations where I don't even know what myself is supposed to look like? Oh my gosh, authenticity. I want you like first of all, why does it even matter? Why does authenticity matter right now? Well, if we take a look at the world around us, like consumer trust, super low. Trust in the government, super low. Trust in each other, depends on the situation, but it's not great. Social media, the media, we know that being authentic is what people are calling for. The challenge becomes, what does it even mean to be authentic? And how am I supposed to show up authentically given that I operate in a multitude of different situations? So I'm a mom, I'm a dad, I'm a employee, I'm a business owner. I mean, start laundry listing all the different places that you've got to show up as authentic. It becomes a real problem. Maybe you get a new role at work and you need to be authentic, or you have a situation where you're working with people who are in, like, the cultural expectations and norms are different. So, how do I be authentic there? And you feel like you have to choose between being authentic and being effective. And how do I do that? How do I do that? Because authentically, I might just want to live in my yoga pants and never come out of the basement again. You all asked for that, and now look what's happened. I digress. Maybe that's not you. Maybe that's just me. A little self shaming there. Anyway, I want to change or give you something to think about when it comes to authenticity, because I know that I have struggled with this concept of authenticity. And if I do this, is that really me being authentic? And I don't know. And like, how do I do that? So I want you to think about this, that authenticity is not a fixed set of traits. I think we look at authenticity and say, here are all the things that make Alex authentic. And I have to check all of those things off for me to be comfortable and truly myself no matter the situation. Or I have an authenticity list of the things that are about, like, that are true about me. And there's also space at the bottom of this list that says, Alex is adaptive. Think about that for a minute. I'm adaptive, which means these things are true about me. And I also have the ability to adapt my skill set, my skills, my gifts, my talents to match the situation, to match the context of whatever is being presented in front of me. So maybe I'm not comfortable sitting in a board meeting. Maybe that doesn't feel authentic to me because I've never done it before. So I have a couple options there. I don't sit in the board meeting. I show up at the board meeting and I act super weird. Or maybe there's this third option that says, hey, guess what? I am authentic when I am adapting to the situation and the needs that it requires, which means I show up at the board meeting, I ask questions, even though I'm a little uncomfortable. I take notes, even though I'm a little uncomfortable. And I follow some of the norms and customs because that's the right thing to do in that context. That doesn't mean that I'm somehow not being true to myself, because I know true to authentically, I want to do what's right in the context of the situation that I'm in. So I want to challenge this mindset of like authenticity as an either or process and say that we as humans, one of the most authentic things about us has been our ability to evolve and to adapt. And goodness knows, if we are not being asked to do that right now with all of the changes that are going on in the world, like now we're really being called to do that. So you can do those things and still be authentic to who you are because you know that you are a person who can flex and push yourself outside of that comfort zone. My friend Jason calls it being, um, oh my gosh, I just spaced. Hang. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. That's part of authenticity. If we're being real, we're not always comfortable. If we're really being real, we're not always comfortable. So that is my thought today is you're looking at like how do we adjust to all of this? I want you to take heart in that and knowing that part of your authenticity by nature of being a human, by nature of being blessed with this crazy cool gift that we have, part of your authenticity is your ability to evolve, adapt, adjust. Adaptable authenticity is what you have, my friend. Adaptable. And that you are. Oh, and by the way, PSA. When you've adapted and you've learned something really cool that you know will help someone else who is struggling over there being authentically awkward and doing all the things and like with tech and we're all in the same struggle bus, when you learn something, go teach it to somebody else. Don't hoard that knowledge. It's like hoarding toilet paper. We don't do that. I mean, we have enough and then we share what we have. That do that. Okay. Adaptable authenticity. You can do that and you can practice that today. And if you do, when you do, tag me. Tell me how you adapted today in that authentic way that only you can do. I want to hear all about it. Oh, and P.S. P.S. If you make a bed talk, will you please tag me in it? And I know some of you, I know you're out there doing it, and I want to see them. Okay, time for a Cheeto. Portion control. See you later.